I want to touch base about Monster Energy as well before we end. But first I want to shout to Don Love. I mean he's been following the conversation, and the graphic works that you see is from him, and he's just doing just out of love because he's by it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so I want to shout him out. Shouts to Black Sheep, TBS Clothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking my joint. Yo, Moy, where can people go cop your brand, Pioneers and all that? Like, is there a website?
Yeah, there's CYELifestyle.com.
CYELifestyle.com. Word.
Yep.
Let me put that in the chat right now. So,
and then they can follow our Instagram at CYE Lifestyle or at BreakFree Worldwide.
Here it is. Word. Maka, what up? Monster Energy Breakers. Philly, what up? Yo, she mad funky, yo.
Shout out to my girl Maka. We had to identify ourselves because
I know, right?
Girls. So she was like, Moy, we can't do this Monster B-Boy thing anymore. Breakers.
Like, all right, queen. Respect due. Yo, Legs, what up? Yo, we gotta talk about Legs, man. So stay in the chat, Legs.
Yeah.
Nah, because I feel like Legs is one of those cat that stay reinventing himself. You know what I'm saying? And maintaining and man, it's just inspiration of what he does, bro. Like even the whole Puerto Rico joint.
Yeah, he's a perfect example of the epitome of an ambassador, brings to a table. And so, from his works back in the day to today and his relief works in Puerto Rico and everything he's doing is just incredible, man. That's why, like, people like him, if there's a B-boy that deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, give it to my man Legs. You know what I mean? Because it takes a lot to do that, man. People just kind of see, he was supported by, this and that or whatever. No, like he actually went out, laid out a framework, got ideas, put them on a paper, reached out to people and say, hey, this is what I want to do for PR. This is what I want to do. This is what's going on. He didn't have to do that.
Exactly.
He didn't have to do that. And little does he probably knows now, but he just added so much work to his life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a lot of work. That's a big, big commitment.
Yeah.
You're not just responsible for your life. You're responsible for the lives of so many now.
Yeah. He inspired me, bro. Just the way, from the Bronx and how he grow as a person to where he at right now, and that's what we need in the game, for somebody like that's a role model to look up to, and always
I said,
love how he handled things, and he would rock a Red Bull joint, but he always do rock steady joint, you know what I mean? Like for the rock steady and just adding value to the game from his crew to, having a brand to be sponsored by a brand, and do the whole Puerto Rico, having Red Bull to support him in that project, it's like, it's bigger than Breakin. That's when, it's bigger than Breakin, and so those are the type of, go ahead.
It's big. Breakin is bigger than brands. When someone, again, lays their personal life and sacrifices time from their personal life to do things for other people that he doesn't know,
right?
Already just says so much. I understand that a lot of people can say, well, it's easy to go out and help people. No, it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult,
Right.
So, just shout out to my boy Legs, man, because he's always been that guy. Since I met him, he's always been that person that's given me that accountability. And him and I are really, really close friends. And I was with him in Argentina, but I've been traveling around the world with Legs for about 16 to 20 years.
Right.
kid. I was just telling him that, like, dang, dude, I remember being in Japan when your son was 3, and now he's in college.
Bro, for real. That's seeing this picture he posted like years ago, but then now he's tall as legs, it's crazy, man.
But again, it's a good thing, man. But yeah, let's get back about what you were asking me about. Like, you said you wanted to get a little bit more into depth about Monster and stuff like that. I know I went on about giving my girl Maka a shout out.
But yeah.
Any questions, man? I'm down.
Yeah, so I just want to touch base on Monster Energy and how did that come about? Because right now Monster Energy, shouts to Monster Energy Breakers. They just won Shaolin Production Temple Rock 5 this past week in Orlando. So shouts to ZQ, Tata, Kareem, Box One, Jeffro, they held it down, So let's talk about Monster Energy and how that came about under BreakFree, So you want to touch base on that?
Yeah, man. So, back in like 2011, 2012, I started working with Monster on a local level just here in Houston, I was always, doing a lot of stuff with Red Bull back in the day, from like Lords of the Floor days, So, they were always heavily involved in the scene, but, just wanted to do something different, man. So I reached out to Monster, them, being the biggest competitor, and so I was like, man, let's get something new going. And so I reached out to them on a local level. They started sponsoring our event, and we did our event for a few years. And in like 2012, 2013, I was just like, why isn't Monster sponsoring B-Boys? I know the BC1 All-Stars had already kind of began their journey with Red Bull. And so I wanted to create something different, man. So I literally sat down and created this idea of a B-Boy program for Monster, and I put it all on paper, created a proposal, submitted it to them, and they were like, no, we don't sponsor B-Boys. This is not something we do. We do extreme sports. Great proposal, though. It's awesome, but no, we don't do it. And long story short, eight months later, man, a guy named Ryan calls me and is like, let's do this. And I was just like, wow, Oh, and actually, I'll go back before that. Whenever they said no, I hit up the local team and I said, hey guys, you guys got any hats or T-shirts I can rock? I travel all over the world. Let me just represent for you guys. So I started repping and acting like I was sponsored, and I wasn't.
Right.
Then 8 months later, I get a call and was like, we're ready to do this. And so in 2013, officially, we started the Monster program, the B-Boy program. And since then, we've been kind of growing every year, little by little, I would say 2013, 2015 were like a little slower years, but it was like laying out the groundwork, figure out what works, what doesn't work, making a few changes here and there. But in 2016 or so, my boy Jose came on board and really changed the game, man. He did a lot for the multicultural department at Monster Energy, and so shout out to him. If you're not following him, look up Jay Gonzalez, JE_Gonzalez with a whole bunch of Z's. He'll come up. But him and I, man, just got together, and thankfully he was able to sit down and listen to the ideas that I had and what I wanted to bring, and we're able to kind of put that all under BreakFree in terms of like managing it, because it's a lot for Monster to deal with.
Exactly.
It's so new to them. So they were like, why not have BreakFree manage it? These guys are in the community. They're doing this. They're doing great work. They have open sessions. I mean, there's a lot going on. And so we've been able to partner with them and now manage, the B-Boys and now the B-Girls, that now we can create more opportunities for other people. And again, like I said, that's always been my goal. But from the very beginning, it wasn't easy. I got denied, you know what I mean? And then I had to act like I was sponsored when I really wasn't. But I knew it was part of my plan. I knew what I was doing. I was letting them know, look, I am somebody. I'm a generate a buzz.
It basically manifested itself, right? into reality.
That's exactly what happened, man. And now look at that. Now we're to 2018 going into 2019. First energy drink company to sign a B girl. Again, shout out to Maka. You know what I mean? That's a big step for us. I've been saying it for 2 or 3 years at Monster. Like, we need a B girl because this is not just about B boys. The B girls play such a major role in our community, and they're always forgotten.
Right.
Always forgotten. And so I'm like, I was like, I need someone that's gonna step up, bring the essence of breaking, that flavor, but also be a strong female representative, of an ambassador. And Maka was the perfect person for me for that, because she was still going out there killing it, whether it was ciphers or competition.
Yep.
She's still killing it, but at the same time, she has an amazing head on her shoulders, man. She is, again, that perfect example of women empowerment,
Yep.
And I said this to even some of our own guys, like, you can never underestimate someone like Maka, because her style is powerful. It's so powerful that people may underestimate it, and they're going to get torched up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And she really, really brings that to the table. And so when I brought that to Monster, they were like, whatever you think, let's do it.
Right. And that's the beauty of it, right? You're able you're in the driver's seat, not them. So that's beautiful.
Yeah, and again, with my boy Jose, man, like him and I, we make such a great team when we make these decisions. But even now, since we brought Maka to the table, even now they're like, we need more B girls. We need this. We need that. And that's already a win for us.
There we go.
For just Monster, that's a win for
the culture, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because now we get to see this, and I'm happy that even Red Bull is out there, creating their platforms for the B girls. Yep. Because again, just more opportunity, man, more opportunity, and I'm just thankful to be part of this movement today. And what we're doing with Monster, we're going to continue to do this. We're going to continue to fight for these opportunities and what we can offer to other, B boys and B girls, alike.
Right.
No one's better than one another. We all individually bring something powerful
to the table. Right. Exactly. Right now, it's just laying the groundwork. So, and again, you're sacrificing through hard work, laying that groundwork. So in the future, everybody can benefit off it,
Exactly.
And so shouts to all the B girls around the world. Keep doing what you're doing. Brothers like Moy and I appreciate y'all, man. For Maka, Chase, like all the top heavy hitter B girls, to even the ones that's coming up, like you gotta support them, and so yeah, man, just keep doing what you're doing, and add on and contributing, adding value to the game. I gotta get Maka on one of these days. I had that skills on, and building on some stuff, and like I said, when I was coming up, I didn't see skills as, she's a girl, she's dope. She was just dope. You know what I mean? Like she's just dope. I didn't see like, oh, she's dope as a female, whatever.
And that's another person, man. Like skills, not only a very talented B girl, man, but just a powerful human being, man. Her being a mom, 3 kids, and still like out there killing it and being that role model for B girls and the platform that she's trying to create. And she's a businesswoman as well. I'm sure she's supported by a great family, but at the same time, it's still so much work that people don't see. Man. So there's skills. If you're watching, just props to you. Keep doing. I know you and I, we talk whenever we can talk, but when we do talk, it's heavy, and that's another person that I admire so much, because again, a heart full of just nothing but goodness and wanting
passionate about it,
wanting to impact people. Yeah, man, and it's powerful, man. That stuff is contagious, man.
It is.
It really hypes me up just even talking about it, And I'm just thankful that I get to surround myself with these people because they each individually bring so much to the culture in this community. So man, shout out to them, you know. And I'm gonna just be 1,000% real. And if there's a lot of people out there and want to argue against that, like, you're tripping, you're out of your mind. Like, you know what I mean? I personally do not think the B girls do not get enough credit for what they do. And I personally think that there isn't enough out there for them. So for the people that are trying to create platforms for them, like, yo, much props to you. We need that. We need much more of that, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the only way this thing grows. That's why even the youth is so important, because that's the only way this grows. We're going to get old. You know
Exactly.
we need a whole nother generation of people that's going to come up and take it to a next wave and that next level, you know?
Exactly. It's that next wave. And yeah, I'm excited, you know, with what's going on in the game right now, you know, and, you know, people can have a negative connotation of what's going on, but I see it as a positive of what's everything that's going on right now. Hey, Moy, I think you broken up.
That better?
Yeah, it's way better.
Oh, word.
Okay, so we good.
All right.
Shouts to B Girl Alba, Sweet Lou. What up, bro?
I gotta get a light on. It's dark in my house.
I feel you. Who all in here, man? Under the foot dance. Yo, shouts to everybody that's here, you know what I mean? We just building. Hopefully when I share this, I'm gonna get this joint on YouTube, you know, and yo, there's mad people watch it, so it's a great thing. But yeah, let's talk about Monster Energy. Back to Monster Energy Breakers. Yeah, man, I love it. I know, you know, there's certain people in the game, like, they don't really feel it because it's like, oh, you know, they're not a real crew, what have you, and it's like, dude, it's a whole different era now. You know what I mean? And why wouldn't you support this type of sponsorship for the B-boy? It's adding value for the B-boys and the B-girls, you know? And for me, it's like, these are opportunities for B-boys and B-girls to have and elevate themselves, not just on breaking, but in life. See, that's the thing. People just keep thinking about breaking, right? People keep stuck on just the breaking mindset, but it's like, yo, this is like life situation. Like a cat like Box Swan, who come from Philly, a very grimy, you know, inner city type lifestyle. To be on a platform like this, to get the opportunity, you know, to travel everywhere. Why can't you support that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not. He's doing better in life. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's like, I just sit back sometimes and I just like, wow, what is wrong with people? You know, they only think of just breaking. They don't think about life situation, you know, where these brothers and sisters came from, you know? And then now here's the opportunity for them to, you know, to display their work, you know, at events, what have you. And then it's going to inspire them and motivate them to become better people in life in general, right?
Right.
Because you know how it is. When you come from that environment, you have no type of outlet or what have you, you're going to be stuck right back at it, right? And you're going to end up in worse situations.
That's the thing, is like, you know, I constantly hear, oh, you know, Monster's not this, Monster's not that. That's fine, you know. You guys, people can feel what they want to feel, you know. But again, just like you said, it's a great opportunity for these B-boys and B-girl Maka to live off their passion and do more and just have that extra little support from a brand that helps leverage their brand to do bigger and greater things. Because, you know, regardless of what it was 10, 20 years ago, it's a different era. Like you're saying, it's a different era. New opportunities are coming. It's a new wave of things. But like I said earlier, breaking will always be breaking. And we're a representation of hip hop. So we can be sponsored by any corporate company, but we're still who we are. If we change, hey, that's a personal life decision. That's something that's themselves. But No, if I changed because I'm leveraging someone's support to help me do more for other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
how. So, if I'm for a brand, man, you best believe I'm gonna be loyal, and I'm gonna rock the brand. You know,
Yeah.
again, that's a principle I learned from back in the day. When someone gave me a T-shirt, I rocked it because that was a gift from somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if like today, like if I give people break free stuff or whatever, like I'll rock it because it's a gift. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We travel all over. People give us things, and we're blessed, for these gifts, and I'm very thankful for them. But I always try to do my best to, take a picture with their shirt, shout it out. So if you're getting paid, you best be rocking that brand. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Dare you?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that, and for me, I just feel like it's not like they change being sponsored. You change the way you break. I mean, you can see how Monster Energy, B Boys and B Girl. I mean, Maka, she doesn't do any so-called corporate, like way of doing things. She's her, she's Maka. She bring her style, her flavor.
The amazing part about the Monster Breakin program is that we're sponsored to be who we are. Maka is sponsored to be Maka. Maka is not told to be this way or to break this way. No, just be passionate about the brand and continue doing you. Because that's why we signed someone like Maka. Because she is the essence of what a B girl represents. She's a beautiful piece of life when she hits the floor. When we sponsor people like Box, Tata, all these guys like Zeku, Gravity. When we sponsor these guys, we don't sponsor them to try to change the way they break or change the way they act. If they want to act a certain way, that's on them. But we're sponsoring, these B-boys and these B-girls for who they are and what we see. People are always going to change. I'm not saying I hope that for our guys or our team. But at the same time, life is life, and a lot of us get thrown with so many different things that will teach us to move this way or move that way. But I'll be 1,000% real and say the one thing I love the most about Monster is that they never designated what they wanted us to look like, act like, or be like. The only thing they want us to be is a bigger professional in who we are, and that is it. And again, just thankful to be a part of that movement and what we're doing. And again, to have someone like Maka, who's essentially the first B-girl to be sponsored, by an energy drink company and Monster, and we hope to do more and more. And so, it's just an amazing piece of history. It's a different time, different generation, but it's what's happening right now, and we gotta accept the evolution and the movement. Everybody doesn't have to agree with it, but you do have to accept that things are changing.
Yeah, things are moving different.
Things are different. You know what I mean?
And what's wrong with
they're moving? If you think they're moving in a negative direction, I'm sorry you feel that way. You know what I mean?
And I don't see nothing wrong with using corporate money to support, what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
What's wrong with that? It's not like you changing your ways, what have you. Nobody is being watered down. Like you said earlier. Gravity is gonna break like gravity. Box one gonna break like box one, etc. It's not like they're all gonna be uniform, look the same, and Monsters telling you, well, you got to do this when you go out to the battlefield. No middle finger. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were doing that in the root. See, they keep it real. They keep it raw. And that's what people got to understand. And honestly, I love the way Monster Energy Breakers battle. Y'all bring it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Appreciate that.
Really bring it. So it's dope, man. You gotta support it.
And that's on now talking on a B-boy level, is, if you're not happy with it, the best thing you could do is call us out, or you know, if I'm questionable for whatever reason, like, you know, I come from an era where that's all we did was just battle and battle and battle and battle. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, again, I'm the last person to start beef with anybody, but you know, if you're not satisfied or happy, again, there's solutions to your problem or to a problem. You know what I mean? And essentially, I think that anybody on the monster team is that animal, is that beast, you know, like, and is ready to battle anybody at any time, you know. And I'm not trying to big up who we are, but you know, a lot of these guys, this is where we come from. This is what we do, you know. Just like you said, you know, shout out to Box One. You know, Box is, like you said, he's from Philly, he's from a grimy area. Like, to me, that's why what made Box special. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he's the dopest b-boy on the planet. No. It's the attitude that Box brings that makes him special. It's the attitude that Tata brings that makes him special. You can have your favorite b-boys and b-girls, but you can never deny someone's emotion when they hit the floor, their approach. And that's why I think when these guys were selected to be on the team, that's what makes them monsters, is that they really bring something different out. Whether we win a battle or lose a battle, you know, we've lost plenty. We've lost first round, second round, final. But Breakin is Breakin. There's always going to be somebody that have a better day, right? And it's always going to change. But you can never deny the authenticity of someone's emotions when they break. And that's what I love about, especially someone like Maka, Tata, Box, where you see like that aggression and the anger, the excitement, the pain, the stuff that I was telling you that Jeremy likes to say a lot, you know, talk about a lot. And I'm really big on that too, because again, even with my recent history of going through, you know, my parents passing away, you know, my daughter, when I break, I break from a different place. Like, I really put it all out there, man. And I recently said this in Argentina, is that I may not have danced the way you wanted me to dance, but I danced for what was best for Moy at that moment. You know what I mean? It was an expression that made sense for me at that very moment. So I may have lost the competition, but I won the battle, because there's something I'm always battling inside. But the expression always wins. The expression always wins. The competition is a competition. And yes, we want to win them all, right? Everybody that enters the competition wants to win. But you're never going to lose that battle if you throw an undeniable expression, an amount of emotion that makes sense. So, you know, a lot of times people tell me, Moy, how come you don't do some of the moves that you did back in the day? It's a different time for me. I can still do everything. I want to express something different. What you saw back then was a kid with no responsibilities. What you see now is a grown man with a wife, a son, a daughter who's battling every day with autism. You know, a human being that lost both of his parents. That's still trying to remain balanced up here in my head, because I have to run a business. I have to be a good father. I have to be this. I have to be that. So what I express is what was good for me for that moment. It may not have been good for what people wanted to see, but it made sense for me. It made sense for me. And that's honestly where the idea of Break Free comes from. It allows me to freely break in the way that I want to express it, break out and break free, right? You know, so corny, but truth. That's the truth.
Yeah. Honestly, that's far from corny. but that is the truth. That's the essence, right? Is to strip everything away and just know you and the music, and that's all that matters at that moment, at that time, you know.
And that's the hardest thing to explain to somebody. And I found out that I wasted a lot of time explaining myself to people when I didn't have to. Because the vision that lies inside me, the emotions that lie inside me, you guys will never feel. But I can give you a sense of feeling by my passion that's poured out when I speak or when I dance. And hopefully that the little that gets put out, that it can impact somebody, and for me, that's really, really important. So even in today's competitions, like I'm still going to compete at the highest level. I'm still going to do that as much as I can, but I'm going to do what I feel in that moment. If I wake up having a bad day, you best believe you're going to see some type of anger or aggression being displayed.
In your dance.
If I wake up with excitement, you're going to see me having, oh shoot, FOFO. But you're gonna see me having a lot of fun. So, to me that's breaking. And when you're fully expressing yourself like that, you're always gonna win the battle, even if you.
Oh yeah, even if you lose, it doesn't matter. It's like, hey, I did my thing. Yeah, man. Shouts to Gravity. He's in the joint. I'm actually gonna have Gravity next week. Right, yeah, next Wednesday.
What's that?
So shout out to Gravity. I'm actually going to have Gravity on next week.
Oh, okay.
Next Wednesday,
yeah.
So
cool.
I'm excited to have him on. I see him creating contents and all that, so,
yeah, man.
I want to give him the platform to speak his mind and what he's been up to and what, with his... Yeah, we need more of that. We need more B-boys and B-girls to create their contents, adding value in a way to inspire other people. And I love watching other B-boys and B-girls content, honestly. That's just me.
I'm telling you, because you get in depth into their personal lives and it's important, man. Like, literally, certain B-boys and B-girls can have reality shows and be very entertaining,
Right.
So, yeah, man, it's great. I think the more people put themselves out there like that, I think it's great. I know a lot of people are, a little hesitant sharing their personal life, but, to an extent, balance it out. And I think some people need to know. Some people need to know. They need to know what we go through and what we.
Oh yeah.
It's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. But yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Just like earlier when we were saying, like sometimes we just sit back, like, man, I just want to get away from. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of stress. Dealing with life and then dealing with certain things within the breaking community. Is like, damn, hold up. Why am I putting my time out to deal with these type of situation? Like I could just not do this anymore, But then again, it falls back to that purpose, It's like we love it so much. We're so passionate.
Hip-hop headaches, man. Hip-hop headaches.
Yeah. And
that's why I told you, it's like, man, I love breaking, but I don't want to just always talk about breaking. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
There's a lot of other things that make more sense that are great, knowledgeable pieces of information for people, not just how we dance and, things like that. So it's important, man.
Yeah. And in a way, I want to talk about, artist value within the scene, and it comes to that monster energy as well and how you provide, you and Break Free and your team kind of have put this platform on and able to get B-boys and B-girls sponsored now, right? And and that's adding value to your artistry, And before we didn't have that. Everything's gotta, you gotta go hard, But now it's like I can still go hard, train, what have you, but then I have a support system, some type of infrastructure to kind of like push that, that goal even further, right? And so that's very dope. And I would love to see more companies get into breaking. This is just a start. Sure. and like we said earlier, maybe a year from now, even 5 years, even with this whole Olympics, right?
Yeah.
It can push this more companies and start focusing on, okay, let me sponsor, some B-boys and B-girls. And that's when the money's flowing to the artists, and that's when we can just train and be on a platform that can take, our goals to a higher level.
Exactly.
Whoever the next B-boys or B-girls, their dream or their goal in the future, But for me, I feel like more companies is a great start, right? It's a great start, and I feel like we should want other companies to, help us in a way, a support system, right? For me, I feel like I don't see like Monsters and Red Bull. They come and try to claim the culture. See, that's a very negative mindset. For me, it's like they supporting us and what we doing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's the support system. It's that infrastructure. Yeah. And now, we're able to do more than what our elder used to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Let's be honest. I mean, because these companies are coming in to help us, even that's brought up a situation how hip hop got documented and being pushed, not from people within the culture. It was outside of culture kind of documented, and then they push it on the mainstream, and then that kind of got Breakin out there, right? To the world, right? Even the first hip hop tour, where it wasn't, people from inside of culture, it was people outside of culture that kind of managed that whole hip hop tour, and then it spread hip hop throughout the world. It's always some type of entity outside, and we can coexist, right? Mm-hmm. At a balance, and that's the thing. It's not like Monster or Red Bull or whatever company that is coming to the game and say, well, you got to do this and lay down the rules, for Moy or BreakFree to say, well, these are the rules for Monster, and you got to follow them. No, it's totally opposite. Yeah. It's like, okay, I have a budget. What's your vision? And boom, if it align with their vision, their purpose, that coexistence is going to be, that balance going to be there, and then they're going to support you. It's a support system for me. Yeah, I feel like it's a support system.
It is, man. It is, and again, like that's what I said. Is like that's the beautiful part about the program that we're a part of, is that we get to be who we are. Mm-hmm. As long as we remain professional and obviously don't do the stupid things that are just stupid to the entire world. Mm-hmm. Then we'll always, have our jobs, you know what I'm saying? But essentially, yes, we get to be who we are. And that is the beautiful part about this entire program, is that someone like Monster is truly supporting, the Moy movement, the Gravity movement, mm-hmm. the Jeremy movement, the Maka movement, and so it's totally up to us individually what we decide to do with it moving forward. But just having a great relationship just with Monster and BreakFree, and then putting the trust in us to continue to do more and more for the scene and for the community, it's a win already. Even if we start small, at a very small level, that's a win. We got to start somewhere. A lot of people are always looking for, but they're a $1 billion company. We need this, we need that. No, they're a $1 billion company because they don't spend their money on stupid places. Right. They want to know exactly what's, what is the plan? There has to be a plan. There has to be a strategy. We can't just freestyle or wing it like, us B-boys and B-girls tend to do. Everything we wing. And it's good for dancing. Freestyling is good for dancing, but not for business. Business has to come with a plan, and it has to come with a strategy and a model. And so it's important that we understand these concepts, and a lot of us can't really grasp that yet because we spend our lives living in this raw mentality of the underground world that we come from, mm-hmm. that it's all underground. No. Again, mm-hmm. this is why this conversation exists today, right? Bridging that gap between mm-hmm. this underground world and the corporate world and the movement and the progression of where this dance and this movement is going. And so, again, thankfully, Monster has allowed myself, has allowed BreakFree, the Monster team, just to continue to be ourselves and do more and more to leverage our own brands, and hopefully at the same time leverage Monster. So it's been really, really dope, man.
No doubt. Yeah, I mean, I love it, and hopefully more companies would join, and invest into our community and support us, And Omar said,
I see that. Where's the tutu footage?
Omar told, no, I'm actually rocking the black sheep, Shout to Cease, shout to Baby Girl, shout to Pioneers, all right? Like you said earlier, hey, somebody give you a gift? rock it, you know. And hey, I'm here. Just shouts to Black Sheep, you know. He's saying what? Where's the tutu footage at though, Moy? What?
I think he might be talking about. You ever see Stilo's DVD?
Oh, okay.
Talking about Omar? There's a section where we're acting up, and I had this like little wand or something. I don't know.
Or somebody said if you work for these companies, mashallah, you guys prefer. Yeah. Exactly.
Of course, yeah.
And that's the beauty of it, you know. They're not telling Moy or Rock's right or they're not telling them to do this and that. Like, no. And see, that's the thing, is like the misconception. That's why I want to have these conversations is for the people that might assume, right? So they know that the inner details of what's going on, because they just on the outside looking in, they just going to jam and seeing all of a sudden like, oh, Monster, you know, Red Bull, what have you. All right, peace, Omar. I'm gonna get at you.
He said, "Boy, get that tattoo." He's tripping.
Well, what tattoo you gonna plan to get?
I don't know, because I don't have no tattoos. So
I feel you.
About getting a
tattoo. Put one on the neck.
I'm that type of guy though. If I get a tattoo, I'm going all out.
I feel you.
Get a whole sleeve.
What do you mean going all out? You gonna do a whole face like real gangster style? No.
Moy Tyson.
No, but yeah, I mean that's the thing. Look, people from the outside looking in or don't know the inner detail because they never come to you directly, right?
Right, exactly.
You even ask questions like, "Hey, so you know, what is it like behind the scene? How to, you know?" That's why I like to have these conversations so people can even learn. And people are always going to be skeptical, right? And always assume things, but hopefully, you know, once they know, hopefully, you know, the more people will support, you know. And that's the thing, that Breakin community, we need to, you know, support each other. You know, at the end of the day, we can be rivals, right? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, come on, let's be honest here, Moy. I mean, Coral, MZK, we, you know, when we see each other, you know, whenever we battle, it be on, right? It's just that competitive level, and we bring the entertainment aspect to it. It's like,
and then afterwards, it's all love. We probably all went out to eat.
It's that competitive level, you know? but you know, we building, you know, two brothers and just having fun and all positive energy and building instead of destroying. I can be like, yo, Moy, that BreakFree shit, that shit is whack, or yo, Monster, I don't know, that shit's not tradition and stuff. It's like, why destroy each other when we can build and even learn from each other? You know what I mean?
That's the ticket right there, man. We're grown, man. Like,
exactly
this stuff, like, oh, this is better than this, or this is, you know, like, all that stuff gotta go, man. There's enough room for everybody, and we can find ways to work together and be successful together, you know. But, you know, people see things very different. And they don't understand it. But, you know, I hope that one day, you know, we all reach a level of understanding where we can all be successful. What's this guy doing?
Omar, we're trying to have a deep conversation over here. This guy, Omar.
Omar, I thought you were leaving.
He said, "Tadri, bro." Yo,
this guy push-ups.
But do some air flares, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
But
you know, again, man, like these conversations are amazing, man. There's a lot of great things happening in the scene right now. Evolution is great, man. Evolution for the culture and the scene is great, because even with the negative, hopefully the negative teaches the next generation, or teaches us the lessons that we need to learn to make sure that we make the proper changes. You know, and that's important. And that's the one thing I've learned through all the struggles in my life, is that instead of making an excuse or a complaint, it's always been about what can I take from this and make it a positive? What can I take from this and turn it around and create something beautiful from it? That's the important thing. And I've said this a million times, that the biggest lesson in life is just to be a continued learner. Just keep learning,
Right.
and keep learning and keep learning. Because once you stop learning, then you start to digress and figure out, you start to create problems that don't exist. And I think a lot of us kind of sit at home and have done this plenty of times where you look at a Facebook post and he's like, wait, is that directed to me? And then you start to sit and you start to dwell on it and you start to create a problem that really wasn't there, you know? But that's human nature, and it's because we haven't figured out how to continue to learn and find the positive aspects of things and create something beautiful from it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I could have been living in sadness, depression, anxiety, a lot of different things right now, but I chose not to, man.
Chose not to.
It's easy to sit in those feelings and in those diseases. I call them diseases. It's hard to sit in that because, you know, it sucks, but there's also a level of comfort with them. There's a laziness that just kind of sits you on the couch and makes you do nothing but think bad thoughts, you know. And so I just chose not to do that, man. There's just so many great things happening in the world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always going to be bad things happening too, but it's those great things that help us leverage our life to make a better life little by little, you know?
Yeah, there's always going to be negatives. And I would say you should welcome negativity, but how you balance it within your own personal life, you know, that's the key, right?
Yep.
Because, you know, like, you don't want to go through life with just a straight line, you know? There's no learning experience, you know? You won't get wisdom out of nothing without going through the struggle, you know, or without going through some type of, you know, bad experiences, you know? And those are the lessons that you got to learn and move forward with it, you know? And it comes back to that mental health aspect, you know. We got to be strong with our mental healthness. And that's something that, you know, big shouts to Polsky. I think he did a panel about mental health.
Yeah, he did.
Got a lot of, you know, brothers and sisters talking about. I even talked about it with Poe in my, you know, episode with him. Yeah. And I just feel like a lot of us just need to check ourselves, not just our physical health, but our mental health as well. You know, like daily checkup, you know, reassess yourself. And it's okay, am I doing things right? You know, how can I control my emotion when certain things happen or what have you, you know? Yeah. That's when you really gonna learn, you know, about yourself, right? Is when you look in the mirror and say, okay, I gotta work on this. Just be real with yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's like it's gotta be beyond breaking. You know, you can be the best B-boy or B-girl in the world, but if you're not right up here and your attitude is negative, man, I'm telling you, within 5 people don't want to be involved with you anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can be the illest. It's like, oh man, this dude's a liability around me, or you know, you don't want to be a liability, you know, in people's lives. You know what I mean?
Right. No.
So sure. I feel like we just need to check our mental health as well, and
I agree, man.
You know,
and that's why for me, I speak a lot just about mentality and how we think and how we operate, because the mind is a powerful tool, man. You know, and it can kill us or make us, you know, or make us or break us or whatever. But like at the same time, you know, teaching about how we think and the problems that we create that don't exist and all that stuff is important. You know, the mind, you know, it'll play games with you. And it'll teach you things, and it'll influence you to do things that you're not supposed to do. And so it's important, again, to remain self-motivated, to be self-aware of what's good and what's bad, and you know, to teach yourself how to keep going even when you don't want to. You know, I have a kind of again, I use corny a lot, but like a thing that I do like at home is like when I'm having like the worst days or whatever, and I'm tired, I don't want to do nothing. So before I actually go lay down or sit on the couch, I'll do like 30 to 50 push-ups because in my mind I don't want to do that. But if I teach myself to do it when I don't want to do it, so when I do want to do it, oh, it's on. You know what I mean?
Right.
I already taught myself how to operate when I don't want to do things. you know? So it's like, it's little things like that that help me kind of get my days going. You know, I recently posted something like, I know it's crazy for some people, but it's not crazy for me when I said 300 to 500 push-ups a day. So like right now, for the past 3 weeks, I've been doing 300 to 500 push-ups a day. And I don't want to do them, but like I've already implanted it right here. I've already set it in my brain that that's what I'm going to do. And so it teaches me to be active and to do something extra outside of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, challenges are everything. And without challenge, you won't ever see the change that you want. But everyone's always expecting some type of result, but they don't want to put in the work. You know, we talked about work earlier. I mean, that's just, dog, there's simple principles. If you follow them, your life will be honored. And there will be, and you will earn those stripes, right? But if you don't follow them, you're always going to be struggling. You're always going to wonder why. Oh, how come this person has this and I don't have it, or this or that? Everyone has the capacity to have whatever you want to have. If you want $100 million, you're going to get $100 million, but you got to put in some work.
Put in some work. You got to create your reality. You got to manifest your reality, you know? Just like earlier when you said, first time you did a proposal, they just said no. You could have been like, all right, with that, you know, that not strong-minded, you know, mental health, you can be like, all right, okay, I'm nothing now, you know? But no, you keep going, and you basically, hey, Monster, how can I rock this at? You basically manifested your whole reality through actions, right? One thing after another. And then, you know, everything's going to come back full force, you know? And so now here you are, you know? So that's a great lesson, you know, for brothers and sisters can hopefully can relate and learn from, you know, and maybe inspire the next B-boys and B-girls if they fall short, you know, in certain things in their life. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going, you know?
I know they're such simple words, but it really is that easy. Just keep going.
Yeah. I mean, I'm dealing with a situation right now with my right knee, you know, injury, you know, and I can be like depressed and all that, you know. It is depressing. I mean, when you can't dance the way you wanted to be, and you're a B-boy and you hear that, and it's like, dang, you know, but I just, you know, keep, like last night, you know, 1, 2 in the morning, I'm like, nah, I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get to the gym, and went to the gym and did some, you know, post-therapy type exercises to get my knee stronger and stuff like that, you know? And so right now it's like 85%, you know, but
that's good, man.
I mean, I kind of got down a little bit last weekend, but man, it was hurting afterwards, you know. I was like, damn, I shouldn't have done that, but the music made me do it, you know. I was in the zone, but that's the thing. It's like, injury, like for B-boys and B-girls, injury is like, especially knee, you know.
It's funny that you bring up injuries. A lot of people always tell me, you know, like, well, you know, how do you deal with injuries? I'm like, man, again, it's all mental. Like, because believe it or not, I'm always injured. And whether it's minor or major, like I'm always injured for somewhere. I have a muscle strain or a beat up knee or whatever. Like I'm never 100%, but my mind is always 100%. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? My body may not be 100%, but
I know, right?
Is 100% ready to go.
Yeah, you gotta maintain yourself. All the younger generation, you gotta maintain yourself, because I'm telling you, all the partying and all that, okay, dope. But once you get our age, man, you know, you gotta chill with the smoke. You know, I don't want to be like sound like a father or something. You know what I mean? But it's just that, chill with the drinking, chill with the smoke, eat right, maintain yourself, hit the gym. You know, and again, like I said, I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody. You know, you can be at top of your game right now, and then all of a sudden, 5, 10 years from now, you're at the bottom because you didn't take care of yourself along the way, and then you feel depressed, and then that kind of bring forth in your life, and you know, it just domino effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's the message. You know, I would have for a new generation is keep maintaining yourself. You know, to that highest level. We have 40 seconds left, Moy. Do you have last words, you know, encouragement? You got 30 seconds, bro.
Yeah, man. I just want to tell everybody out there, man, just again, like we said, just find a way to keep going. It's so easy to be distracted by life or the obstacles we face on the daily, but find a way to train your mind just to keep going and keep pursuing. And whatever it is that you want, you can get. But it's going to take you. It ain't going to take anybody else. It's going to take you to get out there and do it.
I want to bring him back just to finish what he's saying, and then we'll cut off.
So I was just saying, man, like, just whatever it is that you want, you can get. Just put in the work and it'll happen, man. It's easy to be influenced by all the people that say you can't do this and you can't do that, or you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that. One thing I learned is you can't wait on nobody. You can't wait on nobody. Because the moment the person next to you gets an opportunity, they're gone. They're gone. So just pursue what you pursue. Love what you love. Defend what you can defend every single day, and that's your passion. And without no doubt in my mind, whatever it is that you're looking for, you'll get it. It's just right there. Again, I'm no different than anybody else. Ty is no different than anybody else. Anybody that's ever had on the show is no different than anybody else. Just continue to work hard, man. It'll happen. I appreciate all the love and respect that I've gotten from everybody in through my breaking journey, and all the love and respect that you guys show Break Free. It really means a lot to myself and to the team, and to everybody at Monster. We thank you guys for repping the way you guys rep, and then for everybody showing the love and respect for Monster, and even for the people that are not showing us love. I hope that one day you guys can see a little bit past what you're seeing, and that we get to a level of understanding that breaking is evolving, and these opportunities are creating a great platform for us as artists or athletes or whatever you want to call us to live off something we love doing. Something that was unheard of 15, 20 years ago is now available today. And so, just thankful for that, and hopefully that we can all reach a level of understanding together, and we can all go out to eat after every event, enjoy, and talk about the great things that life has brought into every single one of us, and not just talk about breaking all the time. But much love and respect to everybody out there, man. I'm out. Thank you guys. Peace.
No doubt. Thank you, Moy. Appreciate it. It's an honor, my brother.